What is going on here? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another one in the Desert Rally series. One that I know a lot of you guys have wanted to see me buy this car. I don't know what you guys like so much about the Sultan RS. It's not a good drift car at all. I know you guys are popping tires and whatnot and doing what you're doing out there. And whatever, more power to you. We did finally break down and buy one. It was on sale here recently. Getting right to it, we're going to test the heck out of this thing today. I want to see how much of a rally car this thing actually is. I know a lot of people build this thing up as like a Subaru Impreza type of deal with the blue and the yellow or the blue and the gold. And, well, let's see how much of a rally vehicle it really is. I don't know if I'm going to switch up anything on it. No armor. We got the brakes on there. Bumpers. Of course, we got some bumpers in the rear bumper we got going. I got kind of like the Rocket Bunny look going in the back a little bit, at least with that ducktail. Roll cage, I did not put one in here, although I know, rally car, I know. Not gonna do it though. Engine, we got all the way up on the engine. I like the way this one looks because it's a lot more hidden. The problem is then you got this weird like kink in your door, and I'm not really a big fan of that. So we just went with that. Explosives, no. Fenders, I didn't put any on there because it actually makes it look wider, and the car it stands nicely right now. Hood, we went with an aftermarket hood. Horn left alone. Interior, I'm not even gonna start to get into that. Respray, of course, we're just doing the classic black. We do got some headlight, what do you call those? Eyelids. Roof, I left alone. Not gonna sell it. Skirts left alone. Spoiler, we do got a spoiler in the rear. That's that bolt on. Suspension, we got stock suspension all the way up. Transmission all the way up. Turbo is on. Wheels, we are rocking. Looks like cheetah wheels are going to be high end. Window, we got dark smoke just to fit the black deal, and that's really why I don't want to mess too much with this, is because this is how this vehicle is going to sit in my garage. I'm not really trying to dump more dang money into the Sultan RS than I already have. I think all in all, we're well under $1 million on this car. Let's get right into it. Maybe she will grow on me on the rally track. Taking her back to the yellow Jack Open. I know you guys want to go further in and see the next rally track, and I'm telling you, it's done. So is another one. I'll leave you hanging for one more episode there. The next Desert Rally episode will feature the next track. You guys will get a sneak peek at that, see what we're looking at there. And, well, not too far after that, this bad boy puppy dog right here gonna be releasing. You'll be able to get some laps in on it. Speaking of laps, let's get on to it. All-wheel drive. It's a very, very cool sounding vehicle. I mean, I like this vehicle a lot for looks. If GTA would just wise up a little bit and give us that, well, the ability to switch all-wheel drives to rear-wheel drive, that would be phenomenal. Next in line would be, well, probably even in front of that would be manual transmissions. We need, let's not get going on a rant here, damn it, GTA 6 rant. I'm just saying this car could be so much better than what it is. Jesus! A lot of traction loss in the off-road. Really good brakes, really good in slowing down. It does come through here and accelerate really quick. Made that jump both times. Damn near jumping to the bottom on that one. That's crazy. So a lot of asphalt speed. It feels like a heavier vehicle too. It's just like it's more cumbersome. You got a lot more for body momentum. She's making it no problem. So this is the vehicle I tested all of these tracks on independently once they were created. So I tested them originally with the Omnis stock, and that's in the creator. So just a stock Omnis, nothing added to it. And then after that, once they were done and I could bring my own vehicle into them, this was the first vehicle I brought in. So I do have some laps in on this one, and I have laps with this vehicle on the other tracks too, to kind of give me an idea of what we're looking at. So, I mean, I must admit we can get pretty much right into this thing, but I want to give it a couple more laps. I want to warm up to this car. I want to really pay attention to a couple of things and see how it compares to just that GB200 that we just tested out. That car is phenomenal. And I'll tell you what, it is a good rally car. The problem is it's a supercar. And we all know this car, even slow it down a little bit, it just doesn't belong in the damn supercar class. So unless you're going to go everybody go Sultan RSs, which could be done in the future, you really aren't going to be doing much rallying in the Sultan RS. You're going to predominantly be in the sports classics and sports class. Let's hit the kicker for once. Well, I hardly took enough speed on that thing. Handling on this bad boy, well, the steering is it's a little understeery. It's underwhelming, let's just say that. When it comes to tippiness and it comes to like off-road bounciness, it's good. It's on the top end of that stuff, but it's slippery. It is slippery. A little bit more slippery than, we're not going to make this, no way in hell. Oh jeez, I wasn't expecting that though. Needless to say, a little bit more slippery than you would want a normal rally car to be. So that's kind of a downfall in the handling there. Just getting some, oh God. As soon as I start talking again. So yeah, I like the car. I think it's a little slippery off-road. It's a little slippery off-road, and even on-road, once you get a lot of traction going, it's heavy and cumbersome, like I said earlier. So it wants to kind of wants to break loose on you. Now on this style of a track, you're not going to notice that so much. You're just going to notice in the off-road, and you definitely notice in the off-road though. That's the problem with it. So handling in general, I'm going to give this an 8.5. It's good. Don't get me wrong. She's good, but we're in the supercar class here, and when considering all that and considering how much money this costs when you don't get it on sale like I did, yeah, this car should be a lot better in the handling line. Speaking of handling, let's bring it into speed. I think overall it has a good speed on the asphalt. I think it's good. It's going to compete with most of the sports cars, all right? But the Pariah is going to blow it out of the water. Like the Jester Classic's going to keep up with it in general. Now, of course, these aren't great rally cars per se that I just brought up, but these are cars again that are in the same general price range but are in the sports class. So it's tough. You almost have to view this car as a sports car. But when you're looking at the sports cars, yeah, then it's a good sports car. And we go into the pole. Speed on this thing, it definitely has a loss off-road. It accelerates a lot more when you're on the asphalt or the blocks. Overall with this car, I have to say it again, I feel like it's just missing so much, or it just could be so much better than what it is. It's a great looking car. I mean, I love the looks of the car, and I love the sound of the car, but the handling line, everything about it, I'm just not a big fan of. So on the handling, like I said, the 8. On the speed with it, everything combined, I got it again. I think we're just going to go with an 8 on it. Yeah, it's a B. It's a solid B, but as a supercar, rally-based supercar, I would expect to see a lot more out of this car. I'm a lot more impressed by the speed on the GB200 than I am this, and we're talking 2 different classes. So an 8 and 8, and that brings us into cost. Now, this is gonna sum everything back up together. I need to pull it up. Cost on this bad boy, of course, first you gotta buy the Sultan, the 4-door Sultan, or just get it off the street. It's 12 grand, I believe, 12 grand. I think that's where I was getting confused with the Futo in the top 10 drift car video. 12 grand on that, then you have a $795,000 upgrade, and once you do the upgrade, you have all types of little trinkets and trim colors and bobbleheads and gauges and crap that you can spend your 25 to 50,000 on each of them, and you can rack this thing up to be, I don't know, 2 million bucks, probably just under 2 million, 1.65. It can be a very, very expensive car. Is that all worth it? No, but let's keep it on the minimal. You don't need all that. So the 795, you're looking at 800 grand, and then you got to put in all the performance upgrades. Well, you're still looking at $1 million bucks. $1 million bucks, that's a little bit more conservative, a little bit easier on the ears when you're thinking about what you're getting. I got it on sale. I think we're under 800,000. Actually, I know we're under 800,000, but I think we're even under 750K. 35% off on this thing is a lot easier on the bank, and was about the only reason I bought this thing. So yeah, let's get a fresh one of these things. So yeah, easier on the bank, but still it's expensive. Long story short, 1.2, 1.4 million, somewhere in that range. As a rally car, guys, you're just not getting that out of it. I got to give it a 7, even a 6.5 here. I won't give it the full 6.5 because I didn't have to pay the full price. So we'll give a little and we'll take a little. All right, we'll do the 7. So an 8, an 8, and a 7. That's 23. 23. Oh, man, that's not that great. I feel like it should have scored higher than that, but it's lacking in each aspect slightly, even for rallying. I know some people are going to be in the comment section saying, this is one of the best rally cars in the game. I can't believe you said this and that. Yeah, not for me, it's not. Definitely not for me, it's not. Like I said, with everything kept in account, where it's a supercar, where you're limited in class, where you're not going to be able to drive this thing really against any other competitive rally car other than the supercar class, being only pretty much the Sultan RS. You're limited so much. What you're getting out of it, again, for the cost of what you're getting, it's just, like I said, I feel pretty confident. Maybe it should have gotten an 8, an 8, and an 8, 3 8s, but we're sticking to our original word, 23 out of 30. Nothing, it's underwhelming, like I think I really started this video off making it sound. It lacks a lot of luster. A lot of luster it could certainly have. With that said, guys, if you enjoy this video and you want to see more of the Desert Rally series, or anything really, just comment below and let me know what you want to see. If you want to have a certain vehicle, or you want to see more Desert Drift, or you want to see something specific, well, let me know below. And we're coming up short on that one. I also appreciate everyone liking, commenting, and subscribing, and sharing the videos if you're sharing the videos. As always, hope you all stay happy out there. Please stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.